Hey guys, welcome to the PHP tutorials part 3. In the last tutorial I left off where saying we'd create the PHP or MySQL database. So that's what we're going to do right now. So I'm going to create a new tab, go to localhost/php myadmin. That comes with Apache Server 2, by the way, or WAMP Server 2. While that loads, do. Okay. My computer always goes slow when I'm doing a tutorial. Well, not the computer, but the internet. I don't know why. And I'm not even on the internet. That's the sad part. I'm just going to create a new database, and I'm going to name it tutorials. Hit create. Any second now. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to create a new table called users, like I said. The fields will have ID, username, password, and email. So that's going to be, we'll do 5 because we're also going to have a date joined, or join date, just for future references. Oh, yeah. Well, actually, we're going to do 6, just so we don't have to do it later. So I'm just going to go add one field right here at the bottom. Okay, first field is going to be ID like always. It's going to make it auto increment. Second one is going to be username. This is going to be a varchar. I'm going to make it 32 characters. Third one will be password. And that's going to be a varchar. That's going to be, actually it's just going to be a text since it's going to be MD5. Third one will be email, or fourth one, I'm sorry. And that's going to be text, just because. The fifth one is going to be date. And it's going to be an integer. And we can just leave it blank for length and values, of course. And the sixth one, which I created, is going to be called posts, and that's just going to be integer. And I'm going to default or change the default to 0 because I think that it makes the default 1. It might not, but the post will be for the forum. So whenever you create a new forum post, you'll have the forum. Okay. So now we can finally come into PHP Designer or whatever designer you're using, and we'll create a new file inside of our tutorials page, or I'm sorry, create a new folder, and it's going to be called library. Oops, did I spell L-I-B-R-A-R-Y? No, that's right. Okay, sorry. I'm just going to create a new file inside the library, and I'm going to name that db.php. And what we're going to do on db.php is, connect to the database. So we're going to do MySQL connect. Oh, sorry. Second time I forgot. PHP MySQL connect. If I can spell equals. I'm sorry, MySQL connect. And then we'll connect to our local host. Username is going to be root. And there is no password, so I'm just going to leave that empty. And then I'm going to do MySQL select db, and that's going to be called tutorials for me. It'll be whatever you have it saved as. I'm just going to save that. And in my index.php file, I'm going to require once dot slash library slash db.php. db does stand for database, by the way. So I'm going to save that, and I'm going to refresh it, and hopefully those warnings will go away. Ta-da! Okay, so I'm going to come back, click register. Oh, and also I did something when I wasn't on. So it should have showed up perfectly fine for you. I'm going to erase that line. You shouldn't have had that line in the first place. So I'm going to click register, and I'm going to start typing in a register. I'm going to skip password again. I'm going to type in my email. I'm just going to hit register. Perfect. You must fill out the form completely. Okay, so since we didn't have one of the fields filled out, it took us back, but it still put all of our information in there. And that's cool, because I don't know about you, but when it tells me something, I don't want to have to hit the backspace like I did in the previous ones, which we don't have to do anymore. Okay, so now we can continue with the registration process. I just thought that was a cool little thing we should add. We're going to do if username and password. Okay, so now we want to do if password equals password 2. Then we're also going to do, okay, if they do equal that, it's good. Then we can move this into here. But we're going to do one more indent. Why is that always not indented? We're going to do else, and then we're also going to add, we're going to copy this, you must fill the form out completely in the create form, but we're going to name it, we're going to, instead of saying you must fill out the form completely, we're going to be like, or not going to be like, we're going to say, the passwords entered do not match. Okay, so now that we have that, we can just come in here. So passwords do match. We'll do if email equals email 2. We'll copy and paste our res and stuff, and then we'll do else and copy and paste again. Instead of passwords, the emails entered do not match. Okay, perfect. So now that we have that, I believe we have passwords match, emails match. So now we need to check for the username and the email in the database already. So to check for this, we're going to use my SQL query. Oh, and also I'm going to change this before I do forget. Where we have if res die MySQL error, we're going to come up here, and after the MySQL query, I'm going to put or die MySQL error, just so we don't have to use the if thing. I know I said we didn't have to do it in the first or second tutorial, but decided we'd do it now. Okay, so now we need to do res 2, we'll just do 2 to make it easier. MySQL query, select all from users where username equals username. Now if MySQL num rows res 2, we're going to echo username exists. Username already exists. Well, we'll just do that. Oh, and copy the thing. Totally forgot about that. The username entered already exists. Perfect. Okay, so now we'll just copy the res 2. Then we'll do res 3 and MySQL num rows res 3, where email equals email. So now, if it already matches, then we can do the email entered already exists. And then we'll also add an else, and then we'll also else. I think I just totally confused everyone and myself. No, this is fine. Okay. So, bad, good. Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure I was clarified. Okay, so what we need to do is move this res, get rid of that, and put it after an else that's right here. Okay, so now we have an else, and we can get rid of this else and this. So take another look, make sure it's all right. I'm going to save this. So now everything does look in order, so we'll do password equals MD5 of password. So now we'll insert an MD5 to password. And also to create later when we're doing sessions and stuff for login, we're gonna be like salting the password, if that makes any sense. So people can't just create a cookie or a session for anyone, you know. So I'm gonna save this, and we should be able to register. So I'm just gonna click register again. Okay, and I'm gonna type in a username, Andrew Ren. I'm going to type in a password. Email, I'm going to use an email. Oh, later, if you guys want, let me know in the comments below. If you guys want me to, I will do a tutorial on setting up a mail so you can make sure people have an actual email entered. But I'm not going to do it unless you guys want me to, just because well, I can on my localhost, but I can do it on my Bevelfolks server if you want me to. So just leave a comment, and I'll do it if just one person asks. So yeah, do that, and I'm gonna click register. Let's hope it works. You have an error in your syntax. Okay, so what I totally forgot was that I totally did the insert into query run. First, we're going to have username, password, etc. So I'm just going to erase equals. And also, we're going to add another one. It's going to be date, for date joined. And now we didn't have an end parenthesis either. I'm going to type values, so it's insert to users, username, password, email, value. Values, username, password, email, and I didn't add any quotes. Email, and we'll do date. Well, actually, we'll do time. Add parentheses or quotes to that. And there we go. Now I'm going to save it. Oh, also, before we try one more time, I'm going to do echo congratulations, you have successfully made an account. I'm just going to save that, refresh it, hit continue, and cross my fingers. Okay, so what the problem is that we did forget something right here. We have to add a quote thingy. I'm really bad at this, but that's Andrew for you. Refresh, near. Wow, I am forgetting things like crazy. End parenthesis. I forget that a lot. If you watch any of my other videos, you'll see that I forget a parenthesis half the time. Perfect. Congratulations, you've made your account. Okay, so now I'm going to click browse on my account finally, after making 20 errors. Let it load. Perfect. Andrew Ren. My password's MD5. Date joined is the time now. And you can see what time I created this tutorial by pasting in this date. Just saying. My email and the ID. So I'm going to end it here at this point. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please feel free to comment, subscribe, and give me a rating. Yeah, talk to you guys later. Bye. Thanks.